The Jens Omega Show is here to inspire, to motivate, and get you encouraged. Today we are back with the untold stories of diaspora. You do not want to miss the guest. I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. Just get comfortable wherever you are and let us have fun together. Yes, everyone, welcome on the Jens Omega Show. I'm telling you, we are back. I already said we are back with the untold stories of diaspora. And I'm so excited because, as I always say, that everyone, when someone tells a story, you get to be inspired. And there are those stories that we've not heard of. And one of those stories we are having today on the show. I have a guest who is gonna introduce himself, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, you will love him. Welcome on the show.
Thank you, Jen.
Please, I can't imagine we are here today.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day.
Yes.
It's we come from so far, so yes. It's really lovely to see you.
Yes,
it's been quite a while since I saw you. But it's really a pleasure and an honor to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Yeah. I remember calling you and telling you, oh, we need to meet. You are an inspiration to the community. I'm telling you, to the immigrants. We want people who are inspirational to speak to the community and to other people out there. And of course, you've been so busy.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Yes,
Thank God.
Yes. It's in season with what I do, so it's really a busy time.
Yes.
Summer is my busiest time.
Yes.
But I really honor that when you know, when people see you as an inspiration. I hear that a lot these days. So I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled by. Let me introduce myself first.
Yes, you're gonna do that.
Joseph Kiddu is my name.
Yes.
I'm Ugandan. I'm born in Kampala. And I'm a married man. Yeah. Born again. I love the Lord. Yes. The Lord has done wonderful things in my life. I am blessed with 2 children, a boy and a girl. Malaika is 9, Laban is 8, so they were quite close, you know. It's really a blessing. It's really a blessing. Life is good, and
I can
I'm
tell
very
life
thankful.
is good. By the way, where we are right now seated is Mr. Kiddu's home. You know?
Yes,
so he's hosting the show. He's hosting us at his home. I'm so blessed to be here.
Yes.
So yeah, I really want to know your journey.
Yeah.
Because there is that part, the untold, that people would love to hear.
Yes.
How is your journey from, you said you're from Uganda. And I know, So can you take us back?
Yeah, my journey is really very similar to what other people go through. You come from one land into a land that we think is a land of opportunity. Yes. You know, we come with that excitement of making our lives better. Yes. It's really the same story. It's similar to what other people go through. But of course, you know, we are unique. Yes. You know, God made us unique in every way. So our journeys, you know, are similar and also at the same time unique.
Yes.
So it's been tough. It hasn't been easy, but I've also been blessed in multiple ways. Yes. God has been so good to me. So I don't even know where to begin.
To begin from.
Should I begin from the flight to America?
Can you begin from there? Because that's another one.
By the way, there is a story about that flight. So, you know, when we, I think it was Amsterdam. It was a flight from Amsterdam to Boston. We're in Boston.
Yeah.
I've never really moved to another state. I've been here because I also had family here. But yes, that flight, we were in economy. I was with my auntie and my father. We were coming over for a holiday. And while we were seated, I remember my father and my auntie were somewhere behind me. But as we sat ready for the flight, a young man who was American came to me and said, "Excuse me." I said, "Yes, sir." You know, young professional, you know. He's like, "Do you mind going to first class? And I take up your seat because I would like to sit with my friend." I couldn't even let him finish what he was saying.
I
was
imagine.
up. I
You're
went to, you know, I just.
You just said,
my my father and my auntie were like, "What's going on?" I'm like, first class. So it was wonderful.
Wow.
So I came to America. First class.
First class.
So I'm hoping that
Wow.
it's going to be first class through.
Wow, I can imagine.
Yeah, so that's the story
That's
about
so
my
beautiful.
flight. Yeah.
Now you land. Was it winter season? Was it summer season?
No, actually it was kind of getting into fall. You know, it wasn't that cold.
Cold,
you know?
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that cold. It was great. It was great. You know, you come over and everything is new. Everything is big.
Big.
You know.
Yes, everything
The
is
cars are
big.
big. The roads are big.
Yes.
You know, it gets exciting, and
Yes.
it was really exciting. And during that time, you know, we went we toured the East Coast, New York, DC. My father was into museums. My late father, God bless his soul,
Yes.
he was so into the museum. So we had a good time. Yeah.
Now, when you come here as a tourist, that's
Yeah.
different story.
Yeah.
But now I guess you stayed. Did you go back?
Yes.
You
Yes.
stayed.
Well, just like everybody else.
You stayed.
you tend to stay, or you tend to say, okay, I'm going to be here a few months, you know, and maybe go back home, do this, do that. Actually, I was working for myself when I was back home. I used to make signs. I used to put signs on cars, and so I had something that I was doing, you know.
Yes.
But you know, you come here and you're like, okay, this is much better. I can start a life here.
Yeah.
So I started my journey, you know. I started my journey. I decided to get into school.
Yeah.
Most of my siblings, my brothers, my sisters were encouraging me to get into school. I got into school, but of course you get in school, you have to pay for that school.
Oh yes, now
You know?
reality kicks in.
It kicks in, you know, and then you get here and they're like, you need to have a number. And you're like,
Yes.
what number?
What's the number now?
What is the number? What is this? What is that? You need this, you need that. So
Yeah.
it was tough with the documentation and all that, getting all that in line. Everybody has a unique story about that.
Of course.
So it took me a while to get legal, you know. Maybe we should share about that too.
If
We
you,
should, yeah.
if you want to.
So anyway,
We wanna hear the
I've-
story.
I've had you know, some really unique opportunities too, because I had a job, like my first job. The first job that I did actually, when I got here, was food delivery.
Okay.
I got into food delivery, like DoorDash, you know,
Yes,
something
DoorDash,
like that.
I know that. Yeah.
But in
So
those
DoorDash,
days,
they deliver food to, let's say, the elderly, right? You deliver.
yeah, you deliver food to
food
homes.
to different homes.
Yes,
sick
like
people,
from restaurants.
They are packed, and then you go delivering them.
Yes,
to-
exactly. So, you know, I got a small loan from my brother. I got a small car and started working. started working with, the company was called Dining In. Actually, in the whole of America, it was the only restaurant delivery company in America in those days. I've been here.
How many years have you been here?
I've been here 20 years.
Yay, wow. Those are the stories we want to hear.
Yeah. So I've been
years.
here I've been here a while,
Wow.
I've been here a minute.
Oh, this
like some people say,
Yeah.
I've been here a while.
Yes.
And I'm very experienced with the life here. So, you get people who come in, who come over, and we kind of share that. It goes a long way.
A long way. But
Yeah.
Joseph, I know our viewers watching us, and they're like, okay, when do you get to say, because there's some part I'm so waiting for.
Yeah.
This gentleman you see here, he just won an award.
Yes, I did.
He just won an award in his industry, in his professional job in photography. So when do you decide to say, okay, I'm giving up on all these other jobs that I'm doing, there's something in me that I want to bring out?
Yeah.
What inspires you to do that?
That's a tough decision. Because in any way, when you start your own business, there are going to be some sacrifices involved, like less pay, putting in hours, putting in hours in whatever you're trying to do. If it's school, if you're going to start with school, yes, you're going to put in time for school, for that thing that you trying to do.
Yeah.
Or if you have an idea and you think it's going to work, it's really tough to start.
Yes.
But I am telling you, the best thing to do is to start.
To start, you're right.
And there's this myth about starting a business where, people think you need money to start. You can start without money in whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Actually, it's better to build up that money, like I did.
Yes.
I did not have any money when I was starting. I did quite a number of jobs.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, there is more. Even in my spirit, I always had this. Like, there is more. There is more out there.
Yes.
In what I can do. And I would love to start my own thing here. Because actually, even in Uganda, by the time I left, I was working for myself.
You said
I had my small company. So it has always been in me. That I wanted to do, have something to do. And I searched for that for the last 15 years, I searched for that for like 15 years, trying to, jumping from this to that, from this to that, trying to find that thing, And with photography, it started serving in church, I was very active in my church. I was very community oriented,
Yes.
You're trying to serve, trying to help here, So we had a few projects in church, and I tried to come up with ways of raising money. So we had a friend who had a camera, and we're like, you know what, why don't we make some pictures of people? You take pictures and bring them next Sunday. We raise money to buy the church van.
Whatever we need.
Yeah, we wanted to buy a church van. And that's how I started photography. And I started taking pictures, and people are like, this is nice, this is good. And I'm like, okay, I need to find out how this really works. I even went to school for web design.
Wow.
And in that school, there was a photography class, and I had not even thought about it. I actually went for web design thinking that that's what
you were going to do.
Yeah. And I did not take up photography. But the way this came up through serving, and I'm like, so I'm self-taught.
Nice.
So that's why it's been really not easy, but it's doable.
Doable. I'm telling you, when
it
you're
is
determined,
doable.
nothing can fail.
Yeah. So there came a time when by then I was working for the post office, USPS, tough, the toughest job I've ever done. You know, when it rains, when it snows, when the sun is hot and there's humidity, it all ends up on you. So I was delivering mail in a town not far from here, and it was tough. And I kept reminding myself, this is not what I'm supposed to be.
I know.
You know?
You know, sometimes we need those moments where you have to say enough is enough. If you don't get to that point of saying enough is enough, it's hard to come out of the situation.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
So you're like,
this
is not
I'm
my
done.
thing.
Yes. So after maybe like 8 months, I came back home. I used to come back home. And there was no joy. You know? There was no joy. You bring all that stress home, and then you know you're going to go back the next day. You'll continue on the same thing. If you damage your ankle, you know, you damage your ankle, you go back the next day and give it some more. So it was really tough. It was really tough. So one day I just quit. I quit. And I came back home. My wife is like, why are you here? It's 1 o'clock. Why are you here?
I'm back.
And I'm like, I'm done. And she's like, what do you mean you're done? I'm like, I quit. And she's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes.
What about the bills?
Exactly. So there came all those questions. What are we going to do? What are we going? So I sat her down. She knew exactly what I was going through. She knew what my dreams are. You see, when you're in a relationship also, you need to share all these inner things, you know, so that, you know, somebody's not so surprised of where you're going. So I told her, I'm going to stick to photography. And she's like, are you nuts?
For real?
Are you for real? You know how the bills come in and what? And she was 4 months pregnant.
Wow.
Oh, with our second baby. She was 4 months pregnant. I was like, I am done. I sat her down. I told her, we are going to make it. I told her, baby, we are going to make it.
Do it.
You know?
Yes.
So she's like, okay, I give you, I don't know how many months she said then, you know, and, you know, so it worked out, you know? So she put in more hours while I was with the baby at home, you know, and also doing my thing, you know? Slowly here, slowly there, take a shoot here, do this, do that. That's how I started my business. Registered, went through the process, went through the, what do you call it?
Licensure?
No, not the licensing, but branding.
Oh, okay.
I went through the branding. You know, I branded my picture, my company is called Pictures Tell.
Yeah.
So I had a friend, I have a friend actually, it's just because you know, we've taken long without seeing each other. But we sat down with him and, you know, we came up with all these ideas, you know. Yeah, that's how I started Pictures Tell.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's really doing so well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we appreciate you for what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Creating that laughter, joy to the faces of others, it's nice.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It really does.
Yes.
It really does. One thing I really love about my job is it's going to outlive me. Okay?
Yeah.
My work will be around even when I'm not around.
When you're not around.
You know? So it's really rewarding to know that there's a child whose first birthday picture you took. You know, there's a book somewhere.
The baby showers,
the weddings,
the
you know?
honeymoon. I mean, I see almost all areas of all angles of life.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And why I thought of you on this show was to really, as we said, you're an inspiration, to let others know, those who are out, who are still in Africa, and those who are already here, who have the zeal in them, who have something deep in them that they want to do, but they think they can't do it. that they need to see people like you
Yes.
doing things,
Yes.
going on and not giving up.
Yeah.
You said it wasn't easy. It's not been an easy journey.
Yes.
But you've been trying, and here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I have to say about that, the main thing that I tell young people, young men, I find them, I always ask questions, you know. Actually, I'm going to be starting a training very soon.
Okay.
So I'm putting some classes together.
Together, yes.
So, but back to the point is, I tell them the easiest way of getting to know stuff is through mentoring. If you find somebody who's gone through what you want to go through, that will save you time.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because there are some things that took me a while to learn. Okay? That I'm going to give a young man in just a couple of hours by pointing them somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you get a mentor, when you get somebody to mentor you, it saves you so much time, so many resources.
Yes.
It saves you everything. You know? So find that person who has what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find out if that person is in California. Read about them. How did they? What is their story? How did they get there? What are the steps they took? Those are the steps you want to take.
Yes.
Like for example, they came a time when you know, I started my business. I really wanted to get better at what I was doing. So I went for a class. It was in New Jersey. It was a guy who came from Australia. He was like a master at photography. He had done this for 30 years. So he had a class that ran for, I think it was 4 days. 3 days were regular class, and then he had a master class, which was the 4th day. But for all that, it cost me like $3,000 minus the
trip,
accommodation and whatever. I drove there. I love driving, by the way. I don't mind driving. So I drove to New Jersey, and that class changed everything for me. When I came back after that class, my photography had improved. My focus had changed, my direction of where I was taking my company, because of this guy who came and instilled in me his 30 years, you know? So it was a game changer for me. So I encourage young people who would like to learn how to do, if it's sewing clothes, if you're a designer, find out. You want to become a designer, you want to become an architect. Yes, there is school. But also, even when you're done with school, there are these inspirational people that are going to direct you into different paths that you could take. Yeah.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful moment. I don't want us to stop, but
yes.
we have to stop. Maybe we'll get him again, on this show for more information, for more inspiration. Yeah. But the story is really so catchy that you don't want to stop. But yet we really have to stop. I want to say we appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for hosting the Jen Seumaga Show at your home.
Thank you.
And we had a beautiful time of your beautiful experiences that you've gone through to where you are. I guess someone is at least got 1 or 2 points from what you shared. You know, when you want something, personally I've learned, when you want something, you go for it. You have to pay the price sometimes. Putting in that 3,000 into your...
Exactly, stuff like that.
Oh my God. Some people feel like you don't want to, but then you don't want to put in, it's hard. It doesn't mean to be, it doesn't have to be finance, but your time reading about it, searching about it, contacting those people you think who can help you. I mean, it's a journey, but you know, whatever it is you're doing, you can attain. And we are saying on the Jen Seumaga Show today that the untold stories of diaspora people are here. They have gone through their own, they have their journey, as you just saw Mr. Kiddu here. He has worked in different places until he got to his own personal business.
Yeah.
So when you come here, if you're still out there, when you come, it might not be easy at the start. But as you keep going, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
All things are possible.
Yes, all
if you
things
put
are possible.
trust in God.
That's it, that's it.
Yes.
So we
yes,
love you
yes.
so much. Please just stay tuned on the Jen Selmaga Show, and we hope to see you very soon again. May God bless you.
Thank you.